It had to be soul-crushing. There's Jerry Seinfeld out there on the floor, of course. With much more on this historic last game and what it meant, we bring in our Jack of all trades, Jacketology, for another important Jack Linehan Jacketology. Jack.
Yes. It's all the same thing, really, with me. What a crazy night. What a crazy night in New York City. Basketball is such a crazy game. The stakes could not have been higher, by the way. The Knicks are trailing by such a massive deficit after losing Game 3 with all of the off-court distractions, now potentially blowing another home game, having to go back to San Antonio for Game 5 of the series, tied up 2-2, all the momentum in San Antonio's hands, and then the impossible becomes possible. 29 points is the largest comeback in NBA Finals history. It beats the 2008 Celtics, who were down 24 to the Lakers. They came back to win that game to also go up 3-1. They would win that series in 6, so we'll see if the Knicks follow suit here over the next game, or potentially 2 or 3. They led for just 53.8 total seconds. That is the second fewest all time in a win in the NBA Finals. Think about that for a second, guys. Contextualize this. An NBA game is 48 minutes long. They didn't even lead for a single total minute. They got their first lead with 1:22 left in the game, and the Spurs got it back. And then, of course, the OG Anunoby tip to send the Knicks back to San Antonio up 3-1. Their largest lead was just 1 point. They finally got the lead to go up 1, and then the Spurs went up 1, and then the final bucket was the 1-point win. They did outscore the Spurs 32-16 in the fourth quarter. The Knicks have been kind of a fourth quarter magic team all postseason long, and they really came alive once again in Game 4 with the fourth quarter magic, and they now hold a massive 3-1 series lead. And to contextualize that and just how big that is as well, a 3-1 lead has only been blown once in NBA Finals history. That was the Cavs in 2016 with LeBron beating the Golden State Warriors. So the Spurs, if they want to somehow try to overcome the massive choke that they just performed last night in New York, history is not on their side either. They would only become the second team to ever do it. All the momentum in New York's hands heading back to Texas, even if they drop Game 5. You got to think Game 6 at the Garden in front of Jerry Seinfeld, Larry David, Timothy Chalamet, maybe Taylor Swift again, all the celebrities on Celebrity Row. You like to think that the Knicks have what it takes to bring home their first championship in over 50 years, guys.
And I would have to say, too, the Spurs, you mentioned what had just happened last night, which was devastating for them. I was cheering for the Knicks, so it was very exciting for my household, but just the mental, right? It's hard to bounce back from something like that.
I don't know how you recalibrate. I mean, they faced something similar, being down 2-0, losing both of their games at home, coming to New York, and they were able to win Game 3. But this is a completely different beast, because halfway through the game, you're thinking, all right, we're heading back to San Antonio all tied up. We've got all the momentum. And then mentally, things just collapse. I mean, I could pick apart 5 or 6 different things that went wrong for the Spurs that are just mental mistakes, mental lapses. So to have to recalibrate on just a short rest and head back home, you'll have the home crowd. But after doing this, then saying, we got to win 3 more games, I mean, that is very, very difficult to pull off.
Wow. And Saturday, right? They play Saturday?
I don't know that.
So I think they get a travel day.
I think it might be Saturday because they have to fly back to San Antonio.
Yeah.
So they get the extra day, which is nice if that's the case. But still, I mean, this is all about focus, focus, focus. It is confirmed Saturday, by the way. Thank you, our producer.
Because all they're going to be thinking about, though, is that's the other thing. They get an extra day. All you think about is this loss.
I know.
More time to live in your head. It's a kind of a double-edged sword.
Yeah. All right, Jack. Those are some fascinating numbers. Thank you.